Here's a ghostly yarn. I call it Return. Myra sat on the chair by the window, gazing out at the gently falling rain. A single tear slid silently down one cheek.
Oh, Jim, why did you go away again? Why don't you come back, now that I need you so?
Myra sighed. Suddenly the telephone rang. She rushed to it, hoping, praying.
Hello?
Myra, it's Hal Forrest. I just got in. Will you be home for the next hour?
Hal, dear, it's good to hear your voice. Is Jim with you?
No, Myra. I'll be over, okay?
Myra nodded sadly and hung up. Hal Forrest, Jim's partner, was home. Without Jim. Myra flung herself on the sofa and began to sob.
Oh, Jim, where are you? Where are you, darling?
Hal Forrest had been best man at Jim and Myra's wedding. That had been over 18 months ago. The three of them had driven upstate to a justice of the peace. 10 more miles, kids, then... Oops. Excuse me. The JP's home had been a lovely little place. The kind of house Myra had read about in books. It was white shingle, covered with climbing roses and ivy. And I now pronounce you man and wife.
Jim.
Myra. Hal had planted the best man's traditional kiss on Myra's cheek, and then announced, "Well, kids, have a nice time on your honeymoon. I've got a train to catch."
Train? But your car.
You take the car, drive up someplace and enjoy yourselves. So long. So long, Hal. Thanks loads, kid.
You're a dream, Hal.
Later, as Jim and Myra sped along...
That was sweet of Hal to lend us the car, wasn't it, Jim?
Yeah, he's a swell guy. We flew together during the war. We're going into business together when you and I get back.
What kind of business?
Air freight. Hal's got a line on a DC-3, if we can swing it.
You mean flying?
Why not? That's all I know. Besides, there's good money in it if you own your own ship.
But that means we'll be separated.
Only for a few days at a time, Myra. We're just going to fly short hop stuff. And so Myra's honeymoon had begun. They'd found a quiet little hotel and spent 2 weeks of heaven. They'd gone riding, fishing, swimming. Come on in, honey. The water's fine.
Be with you in a minute. I've got to put on my cap.
But everything wonderful finally has to end. And Myra and Jim's honeymoon was no exception. Then... We got the plane, Myra. A DC-3. It's a beauty. Army surplus job. Hal's stripping down the engines now. I've got to get right back to the airport.
Oh, I see. Then you're working tonight.
After the plane was reconditioned, Hal and Jim had begun soliciting business.
Any luck, Jim?
Not one lead, blast it! The big lines have the air freight service all sewed up. And then, one night, Jim had rushed home. Myra, look! A contract! We're rich!
Oh, Jim, I'm so happy.
Yeah, only there's a catch. It's with a South American outfit.
South America? But that means we'll be separated.
It'll only be for a little while, baby. Just as soon as I can, I'll send for you.
Please, Jim, don't go. I'm afraid. It's so far away.
But Jim had insisted that it was the one break they'd needed. And so after 2 months of marriage, Jim and Myra were parted.
Write to me, darling.
Every day, Myra. But after Jim had left, Myra had received only one letter.
It's from Panama. They stopped there to refuel.
And then, for a month, Myra had heard nothing, not a word.
Oh, Jim. Jim, why don't you write? What's wrong?
The months had dragged on with no word from Jim. Soon a year went by. A year since Jim had gone away.
Oh, Jim, Jim, please come back to me, please.
Myra had been afraid to think the worst, that something had happened to Jim. Then one night, 13 months after Jim had left for South America...
Coming, just a minute. Jim!
Myra, darling. Myra had flung herself into Jim's strong arms, crying uncontrollably.
I was afraid you were...
Honey, it doesn't matter now. We're together again. That's all that matters.
Jim, it's been so long. So long.
They'd clung to each other, not speaking. Then...
Why didn't you write, Jim? You promised.
I couldn't, Myra. I would have if I could. You know that.
Come, you must be tired. Oh, darling, it's so good to have you home.
It's good to be home, Myra. And so, they'd been together again, in each other's arms. But Myra's joy was short-lived, for the next morning...
Gone. Jim's gone.
She'd found the note. Myra, dearest, writing this is the hardest thing I've ever done. I have to go away, and just can't face you to say goodbye. Believe me, darling, someday we'll be together for keeps, and I'll never have to leave you again. Till then, remember that I love you. Jim. Jim had left no forwarding address, just the note. Soon another 3 months had slipped away. Myra had begun to feel ill. She'd had headaches, dizzy spells, attacks of nausea.
The doctor will see you now, ma'am.
Thank you.
Her family physician had examined her, finally announcing, "The symptoms you describe are not uncommon to someone who is going to become a mother, Myra."
Doctor, are you sure? When?
6 months or so. You'd better be taking it easy.
I will, Doctor. Thank you.
Now Myra lay sobbing on the couch, waiting for Hal Forrest, Jim's partner. Suddenly the chimes sounded. Myra dried her eyes and opened the door.
Hal, why did you come alone? Why didn't you bring Jim back with you?
I couldn't, Myra. Jim's dead. Myra stared at Hal. She couldn't believe her ears.
No, it can't be. I'm going to have a baby. When I saw Jim 3 months ago,
3 months ago? Impossible!
What do you mean, impossible? Jim was here. He spent the night 3 months ago.
But it can't be. Our plane cracked up 400 miles south of Panama, in the jungle. Jim was killed instantly. It took me 15 months to crawl out of that godforsaken place, back to civilization. I see you're surprised. That's the spirit. What's that, you ask? How should I know? Ask Myra. Funny thing about Myra and Jim, when they first met, Myra didn't think she had a ghost of a chance with him. Well, now it's time for you to be revolted by the old witch. Eyes right.